you guys so much for tuning in with me. I know I'm really inconsistent with my videos. I like to post videos whenever I feel called to. I don't like just like setting a schedule because, you know, things change like energetically, physically right now with this pregnancy. And yeah, whenever I feel the call from the universe, I do share my videos. So I appreciate you guys that do still tune in and watch my channel. I wanted to talk to you guys about my pregnancy actually and how it has integrated with my healing and spiritual journey. It literally has become one. I don't view them as separate because becoming pregnant has actually sent me deeper into this healing journey, deeper than I could ever imagine for both me and my partner. So I actually felt the call to bring a child into the world about a year ago. And this calling was so strong and it scared me because I didn't feel like I was ready to bring a child into the world. I had all these big dreams and visions for what I wanted to do with my life, and then I wanted to settle down and have children later on. However, it didn't work out that way, and I'm really glad it didn't because I realized that I can still pursue my purpose. I can still do everything that I want to do, which is travel with my child. And the relationship that I have with him in my womb is so powerful. Like, I feel like I am connected with him, and I've actually been able to communicate with him telepathically about his purpose here on earth. And I've had a lot of confirmation on, oh, it's just such a wild journey. Like, I have strangers come up to me and tell me about the purpose that he has on this earth. So it is a very, very powerful journey. It isn't easy at all, and I actually just made a post on Instagram about if I could describe pregnancy in one word, it would be vulnerability, because I have been completely vulnerable. During my first trimester, I was throwing up all the time. I was taking naps anywhere that I could lay down. I was exhausted. I didn't have any energy. I just felt so out of touch with myself. I felt like huge, even though I'm like way bigger now. I was just like disgusted with my body, and I was throwing up everything that I would eat, and I just felt so out of touch with myself. And in my first trimester is actually when I went through some of the deepest healing, because my partner and I both had a lot of fears that started to arise when we found out that I was having a baby, and it really just tested our relationship so much, and it made us so much stronger. Like, we were both able to just connect and talk about our fears and talk about what we want for our children's life, and how like our childhood isn't actually what we would want to provide for our child, and how we could do that differently. So that kind of sums up my first trimester. My second trimester has been a lot smoother. It's still hard. I still throw up occasionally, like a couple times a week. I'm still exhausted. I have been able to exercise again, which I'm super excited about. I feel like I exercise more now than I ever did in my life, because I really just want to, like, I kind of just don't want to gain a ton of weight during this pregnancy. My goal is to only gain 25 pounds. I'm halfway through the pregnancy and I've only gained 8, so I think I'm on track. Actually, I don't think. I know I'm on track. But I wanted to share with you guys how I've integrated my healing journey with my pregnancy journey. So I feel like pregnancy has just encouraged me to master everything I've ever learned throughout this journey. Conscious breathing is honestly how I was able to deal with the the turbulent emotions that you go through with pregnancy. And it's kind of uncontrollable. I was really emotional when I first got pregnant. I realized that I had to kind of acclimate to the hormones because I've always been kind of a moody person. I've been able to handle that though. And then right when I mastered like handling my emotions and just like stabilizing, finding my inner peace, bam, I get pregnant, test it again. And so I want to say by at least like week 12 of my pregnancy is when I started to master my my emotions again and be in control. And I've been able to do that through the breath. So I would struggle with like intense like rage and sadness and just like bitchiness. And so, of course, with every emotion, it is surfacing for a reason, even when you're pregnant. So I allowed myself to feel these emotions, but I allowed myself to breathe through the process so I wouldn't lash out on my poor partner. And I don't do that anymore. I definitely did in the beginning, and luckily he understood like what was happening. But yeah, now before I feel like I'm just gonna like lash out on him, I breathe. I kind of just like I tune back into myself. I close my eyes. I place my hand on my heart, and I just connect back to myself, and I recenter myself, and I figure out why this anger is surfacing. Most of the time it's always something like small, or it's actually even deeper sometimes. It's like I usually it happens from a childhood wound getting triggered, and so I deal with that wound, and therefore my anger gets managed. Sadness, I've only went through like one extreme period of sadness, and that was only lasted a couple of days, and I was able to navigate that and work through that. Again, I had more to heal and process within myself. And that's what this pregnancy journey really has been about, is just healing. Like, honestly, just evolving into the best version of myself for my child. Both me and my partner, we just are growing so much. Like, we're growing so much more than we have in the last 2 years. And in the last 2 years, we have been making like remarkable changes within ourselves. And now we're making these changes within a day. And it's just, oh, it's powerful. So one of the important aspects that I'm focusing on is separating motherhood from the relationship that I have with myself. So of course my life is going to change drastically when I birth this child into the world, but I need to keep my connection to myself, because my life isn't going to be the same, and I'm used to connecting with myself every single day. I spend hours with myself alone, healing, self-care rituals, and I want to make sure that I keep that practice when I become a mother. I know I'm not going to have as much time as I did before. I'm thinking like maybe I'll get 10 minutes a day, which is more than enough because I'm going to be having a newborn baby, and I know eventually that I will get more. Luckily, I do have my partner with me on this journey, which we've talked about how important it is that I still stay connected to myself and still have a life outside of my child. But during pregnancy, I already feel like my entire life has changed with this baby within me. And so some of the ways that you can actually handle with the symptoms of pregnancy is implementing your self-care rituals. So I take a bath every single day. I have a very special ritual in the morning where I make tea for myself, or I make cacao and almond milk, like hot chocolate. I really practice my gratitude and just remind myself of my purpose here on earth, and it really does help get you through the symptoms of pregnancy, because it's not easy. It's really hard. You have more hard moments than you do have moments of just like pure bliss. And that's part of the journey, because you are creating a human. Like, your vessel isn't yours anymore. And that's what I had to realize, is that I had to surrender that my body is no longer my body. It's my child's for now. Probably for the next 2 years as I'm breastfeeding. But yeah, body image issues. So I struggled with body dysmorphia before I was pregnant. I was tiny. I was a size 2, and I thought I was huge. And just when I decided to battle my body dysmorphia, I became pregnant. So how interesting is that now I have to deal with body dysmorphia as I'm getting bigger. And I think it was divine timing, because I am loving and appreciating myself more than I ever have. I'm not just viewing my body as this like work of art, like it has to be perfect. Like, I'm viewing my body for its abilities, the fact that I'm able to create another life healthily. Like, women struggle with getting pregnant. Women struggle with miscarrying, and my body is strong enough to carry this child. What a miracle is that? What a miracle it is that my legs are able to take me wherever I want to explore, on the hikes that I go on. What a miracle it is that my eyes can see the beauty of this world. And that's how I started to battle my body image issues. And now I just feel like a radiant goddess pregnant. Like, I feel like the most like myself as a pregnant woman. And I was telling my partner, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna have a lot of kids because I really like how I feel pregnant. But yeah, so for women that are currently pregnant or soon to be pregnant, gonna be pregnant one day, your body image is definitely going to change. So really practice the self-love rituals. Look in the mirror and compliment yourself for all the beauty that you have. You have so much, I promise you. Exercising is huge, especially in the second trimester. You want to make sure that you're exercising every single day, because I realized that when I wasn't exercising, I had less energy. I was more lethargic. And then once I started going to the gym every day and walking every day, my energy levels increased. Whereas before, I would have to take a 10-minute nap throughout my days, like a couple times. And now I can just go, I can wake up at 7 a.m. and be awake until 10 p.m. because I have so much energy because of how much I'm exercising. So make sure that you exercise. Drinking water is also so important. I started breaking out a lot, and now I am making sure that I carry around a gallon of water with me. I got this cute little jug. Water helps a lot with producing more milk. So I'm getting in the healthy habits now where I'm drinking a ton of water. It helps you feel more energized too. I noticed that. So I've actually struggled with anxiety my entire life. The last 2 years I have been able to heal and manage it. But of course, it started to flare up again once I did become pregnant because of the new pressures that I am going to face as a new mother. So it's been hard. It's like I'm going through the journey of healing my anxiety, and I feel like that's pretty normal for women who are pregnant or who actually are mothers, because there's so much to worry about. There's so much to fear in this current world that we are living in. So much can actually go wrong. And what's really helped me with my anxiety is, of course, connecting back to myself, connecting to my breath, and connecting to my body through yoga. Yoga also helps with stretching your ligaments because you have the worst back pain of your life. Like, you're having a big load in your stomach and your boobs also grow. So yoga has really helped me with my back pain. I actually had sciatic nerve pain, which is something I've struggled with the last couple of years, and I've always been able to heal through yoga. I had a huge flare-up about last week. I healed it within a day through hip stretches via yoga. So every symptom that you go through with pregnancy can be healed with mindfulness, yoga, and just overall self-love practices. Like, ladies, we can do this. There is a way to get through it naturally too. You don't have to take any supplements. Just take care of yourself. Find the balance between giving into your cravings and eating really healthy. That's really helped me too. I primarily eat fruit and vegetables throughout the day, but at night, if I want some french fries, guess what? Your girl's gonna get some french fries. If I want some hot Cheetos or Takis, yeah, I've been craving Takis a lot. Not so much anymore, but first trimester, that's all I wanted, and I let myself have them, but I also made sure I was eating enough nutrition to make sure that I am nourishing my body and I'm nourishing my baby. So it's all about balance. It's all about taking care of yourself, and it's all about believing in your power, believing in your body. Okay, so for the final symptom that you are going to struggle with during pregnancy, guaranteed, is how often that you are going to have to pee. And my advice for you is to pee outside if you have to. I will be out and about, and if I have to pee, I'm gonna let myself pee, because sometimes the baby kicks my bladder and I have to go. And sometimes you're gonna pee yourself when you laugh or when you sneeze. Like, that's part of it too. And you don't have to feel embarrassed. You don't have to be disgusted with yourself like you're pregnant. You have a big baby sitting on your bladder. I actually go to the auction a lot for cars. That's part of my business, and I literally will like hide behind cars sometimes and pee because I'm there for like 4 hours and I'm drinking a ton of water. And yeah, just give yourself permission to take care of yourself. Give yourself permission to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. Give yourself permission to take care of yourself. Like, this is your time, new moms. This is your time. The most important thing that you can do on this journey with pregnancy is just connect to yourself and take care of yourself and trust your body. I plan to actually have a natural birth because I want to see my body perform a miracle. This is what we are born to do, is give birth as women. And I don't want medication to cloud up my ability to trust my body. And I know that's what's going to happen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. This is just like a little pregnancy blog that I wanted to create and update you guys. I've been meaning to make one for a while now. I just haven't really been feeling up to it. So I'm feeling energized again today. So that's why I do plan on making more videos a lot. I want to make sure I have enough material before I give birth to the baby. So yeah, stay tuned. I love all of you. Remember, you are so powerful. You are the light. You are love. And I love and support all of you.